My girl Mavis, what are you doing? You were supposed to do the rocket thing. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back, I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money, and I'm happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. So, if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me here to the community and make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Lastly, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today, we're going to be giving you an update on ticker symbol MVIS, Microvision Incorporated. We got a lot of things here to talk about on the chart. So we're going to look at this on a 1 month chart as well as a 1 day, 1 minute chart, both a macroscopic and microscopic view of the company. I've got 3 different indicators pulled up. I'll describe these to you really quick. The relative strength index, anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. I have the 200 EMA, the Exponential Moving Average, hidden in all these different lines. And this is a 200-day price action-based trend line over a 200-day moving period. And then the 15-day VWMA, which is this light blue line right here. Some brokerage accounts don't have the VWMA, the Volume Adjusted Moving Average. You might have to use the VWAP or the MA. It's about the same thing. It might be a little bit different, but it is about the same thing. And this is a 15-day price action-based trend line over a 15-day moving period that is adjusted accordingly to the overall volume that goes into a stock. We'll talk about both some bullish and bearish indicators that we're seeing here on the charts. Give you some levels of support and resistance to watch for, potential entry points. I'm going to be holding this extremely long. I do have a position in Microvision. Feels so good to be in the green on this thing. I was right on the day, but we're finally in the green. I do have 2,030 shares at a dollar cost average of $675.9, and I will be holding this indefinitely. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get right into the video. But first, I want to give a shout out to the guys over the Patreon. We are about 340 members strong right now. It is absolutely incredible. I really appreciate everybody's support. They will have access to the private Discord as well as real-time insight to my personal trading. And there's a lot of good stuff in here, guys. We've got SPAC plays, short-term plays, mid-term plays, long-term plays, investing assistance, and chat and questions. So if you're interested in joining the Patreon or the Discord, there is a link to the Patreon in the description down below. Now, if you're not familiar with what Microvision is, I'll just read you off a quick description. They engage in the development of laser beam scanning technology. It offers its product under the Pico-P brand. Pico-P Scanning Tech has addressing the following market segments: interactive and non-interactive projected displays, 3D perceptive lidar sensing for consumer electronics, augmented and mixed reality, and 3D perceptive lidar sensing for automotive active collision avoidance. And there's a lot of great things happening with Microvision. It's all in the works. They are expected to present on an automotive lidar system, which is going to be presented to us in April. And this is huge potential for potential buyers such as Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, Ford, all companies that are trying to get into the autonomous vehicle game. And you can think of Microvision as the company who is selling the pickaxe to the company who is mining. Now, you guys all know how the old saying goes: the company selling the pickaxe makes a lot more than the company that's doing the mining. And this company is behind on the curve. I'm telling you, this is an extremely undervalued company. They're currently sitting at a market cap of $1 billion, trading at about $6.87, down about 2.5% today, which isn't terrible. You know, we were up to about 705, so we gave back a little bit of that, but that is not the end of the world. I'm completely satisfied sitting where we're at right now. And this is still bullish territory, so I feel very good about the charts here. We'll talk through it real quick. About 5 days ago, we had a crossover on the 15 VWMA over the 200 EMA, which is a bullish indicator, and we do have a small gap between these lines right here. So we are still currently on an upward trajectory. Today we did have a little bit of a dip and rip action, a rip and dip, I should say. So the volume wasn't anything crazy. We did approach close to oversold territory, didn't quite touch there, you know, touching low on the RSI at about 38. So approaching oversold, not quite there yet, which is, you know, to be expected after a run up to about 70 here. Historically speaking, when the stock is overbought, the correction is typically in the low 30s. It's a very volatile stock, and I've said this before in my videos, but if you're new to the channel, MVIS is very well known for being a short attack stock, and it makes sense, right? Because if you have an opportunity to make money with a highly volatile stock, why not do it, right? So we did touch at about $7.45 today, a low sitting right around $6.50. And if you're looking for an entry into this stock, I think anywhere between $6.50 and $6.65 is going to treat you extremely, extremely well. I do think this is the beginning of a really, really filthy run up. If we look at the past and the trends here, this looks very, very similar to what we've seen. So we had the crossover on the 15 VWMA over the 200 EMA. A couple days of pretty slow price action. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different days. And actually the day before the huge run up, we did see a pretty slight amount of selling pressure, right? A little bit of consolidation. And then after that, this stock just took off. And I'm telling you, I'm not selling a single share of this, even if it touches $10, $11, $12. I will hold MVIS indefinitely because I think at the end of the year, this is going to be a $20 company. I have a lot of faith in what these guys are doing. And actually, if we look at them right now in the after hours, they are trading at $6.85. I thought it said $6.93. I got excited, but I was wrong. Oh well. The volume was nothing crazy today. We actually did see quite a bit of red volume, lower than we've seen in the past. But I do think there are some institutional buyers that are holding this stock. And let me explain to you why. At the end of the market day, we are seeing huge pumps of volume, like 7.4 million shares off of almost or absolutely no news. We saw this 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row of some really crazy volume pumping at the end of the day. And then a couple days back, 3-4 days ago, we saw the same thing happen here. 4 days ago, we saw a huge pump of volume at the end of the day. We saw it again here, a huge pump of volume at the end of the day. Now, this is speculative. There's nothing that I can say to back this up, but based on the psychology of the charts, it's not people like you and me that are pumping, 7 million shares into this company. It's people that can afford to do that, which is typically institutional buyers or toots. And I do think they're holding the stock right now. And if I think about this in my head, right, why would they do that? Why would they wait until the end of the day? Well, if you're looking at a stock that is historically shorted throughout the day very frequently, why would you buy it at the beginning of the day when it's at its highest price when you can buy it at the end of the day when the shorts have run it down about 50 cents to $1? And I think that's the reasoning behind why you're seeing this. I of course cannot back that up whatsoever. That is speculative. That's based on the psychology of the charts here. But that is my speculation, is that there are people that are holding the stock, getting ready for what is to come in the coming months. This is one that you're going to have to be patient with. This is a long hold for me. I'm willing to sit through negative 50% if I have to. This could go all the way down to a penny for all I care. And I will not sell a single share of this stock because I absolutely believe in what they're doing, and it is totally worth holding to me. So what can we expect for tomorrow? Well, honestly, this could go either way still, right? We did see a correction, and at the end of the day, we did see a little bit of a push back to neutral. And as far as neutral goes, historically speaking, we've seen it go both ways. So this is kind of it's still a macroscopically bullish territory, but it finished the day, a little bit red. So I think we're still seeing a little bit of buying pressure. This is still moving up. We still have a gap between the 15 VWMA and the 200 EMA. So you're more likely to see a push. If we can close above $7 for the second day in a row, I think that is going to help the forward movement on this stock. Closing at $6.85, and I know I have a position in this, but I like to keep it as transparent as I can. Closing under $7 was a little bit of a step backwards to where we're going to eventually be going. But I do think the stock is going to be retesting these previous highs on this next run up. And if we have even a small inch of news catalyst, this thing is going to go absolutely insane. Let me tell you what, this would be the very definition of a short squeeze. The very definition of a short squeeze. And what that means, if you're not familiar, is since the stock is historically shorted so much, right? We have a lot of people that are shorting the stock, and it makes sense. You make a lot of money doing that. If a stock is bearish, why not short the stock? That's how you're going to make money in a market that's red. And since there's so many people that historically short this stock, once it starts running up, they've already sold their shares, right? The shorts, they're going to have to eventually cover. They're going to have to buy their shares back. And when they do that, that's called a squeeze. When shorts sell and they have to cover higher than they bought in at, that helps push the price up even further than you've seen before. And I think the short squeeze on MVIS is going to be so disgustingly filthy. And honestly, I can't wait. I'm just laughing right now thinking about how nasty the stock's going to be when the time comes. But patience pays with this, I'm telling you. I have had some days where I was negative $3,000 on MVIS, and I did not care whatsoever because I've done the due diligence on this, and I know what it holds. So make sure you do some research on this company. I do have videos talking about MVIS. If you want to check out the Microvision playlist, they are in there. We're going to look at this on the 2-day 1-minute chart and just take a quick look at the price action on the day. And as I expected, we did see a very harsh cross under on the 15 VWMA underneath the 200 EMA, which is a bearish indicator, and that is to be expected after we saw this much of a heavy sell-off. And leading into the after hours, we did see a cross back over, followed by a cross back under. So this is approaching, I would say, some consolidation. We are currently trading about 4 cents lower than we closed the regular market hours at. Volume is down quite a bit. Not a lot of price action happening here. Honestly, this isn't very clean price action in the after hours. But with that being said, this is because the volume is not extremely high, right? So it's tough to give you any sort of actual after hours action on this until we see some more volume pump into the stock. But as I've said before, once we get any inkling of news, this is going to go absolutely insane. I'm really, really excited. If we look at the patterns that we're seeing on the chart here, we did see a pretty harsh downward channel that formed on the stock, and we can draw it up like so. And once we broke through this downward channel, meaning that the top of these candles did not continue the downward movement anymore, we saw a push above. This acted as a level of resistance, and we did see a little bit of a late day push, followed by a little bit of a bleed leading into the after hours. Currently on a downward trend. So we did have that cross back under on the 15 VWMA underneath the 200 EMA. We're going to be looking for a trend reversal. We're going to be looking for that 15 VWMA to cross back over. We're going to be looking for some nice green volume. And honestly, I think what's really going to help this stock out, I wish I could predict the future. I wish I had insider information on Microvision, but we're going to be looking for some sort of news catalyst to really start getting the movement going here. But I have a really good feeling because the chart setup is nice. The chart's there. We need the volume. We need the news catalyst. And we're going to have all the confirmations that we need for this to be a next big runner. So that is what I have for the update today on Microvision, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Tubebuddy. Now, Tubebuddy is an SEO optimization website that I personally pay a $9 per month membership for, and it is highly what I attribute growing from 0 to almost 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much in just over a month. So if you're a content creator or looking to become one, it is a great tool to help get your videos into the eyes of your intended audience. And if you do use my link, I'll receive a commission off your purchase at no extra cost to you. So it's a great way to support the channel. And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I will see you all next time. Peace.